Hey everybody, it's your girl Kanitra Moselle, and I am so excited. We just finished up the book and brunch to launch my first book, Grace for This, the devotional. It's a 21-day journey for women who are growing through grief. The conversations that we had in here today was phenomenal. I want to let you know that GRACE is the acronym. It stands for Grief, Rest, Aid, Community, and Evolve. The reality of it is that we are experiencing a grief journey every single day. Every transition can cause you to grief, but are you leaning into your grief? Grieving is also exhausting, so I'm going to encourage you to actually rest. And when you're resting, rest is clarifying. You're going to learn what you do and don't have capacity for anymore. And guess what? You're going to begin to ask with more clarity about exactly what you need. That C stands for community, because when you start asking for help, your people who are meant for this next season are going to respond to your ask, and your community is going to change. And then lastly, when you go through that grace journey, you're going to evolve to the next best version of yourself. So I'm so excited for you to be a part of this journey. You're going to love what we're doing in this community. Follow Kanitra Moselle and follow Grace for This on Instagram and Facebook.
What's good, y'all? What's good? Greetings and salutations. It's your girl, Kanitra Moselle, aka Coach K. Depends on what room you're in. Y'all go ahead, tag somebody in. Oh no, I don't have my extra device. I am not touching this. Y'all let the people on Facebook know we up. Okay. Look, if I touch it, I might not make it back. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Y'all drop something in the comments. Hey, Ariel. Hey, A. Marie. What's up, Kayla? Houston, y'all drop your city in the comments. Drop your city in the comments. Right. This is the Wellness Work broadcast, and I'm excited, y'all, because we have begun a new thing, right? We have begun a new thing. We have grown, we have evolved, and I'm here for the sit down. Other way. Y'all, we doing new things. Okay. Sit down. Hallelujah. We are doing new things. Houston in the house, Augusta in the house. All my people in the house, all my wellness work folks are in the house, right? So this is the Wellness Work broadcast. Shout out to everybody who is a part of the GTG experience, right? I'll tell you about that real quick. We got the Growing Through Grief Challenge going on. If you are part of the GTG squad, drop GTG in the comments. One of the things that we do inside of Grace for This is a Growing Through Grief Challenge. It's a 21-day journey to help you grow through grief. You identify your grief and then take ownership of your growth. It is a powerful, life-altering experience. And so if you're interested in that, we'll tell you more about it later. But for here and right now, I'm excited. I see y'all. For here and right now, I am elated because I have a guest with me. Not really a guest. It's really family. It's really squad. It's really team, period. Y'all know who it is. But let somebody know it's about to go down. You hear me? It's about to go down in an amazing way. I will tell you this, and then we'll go ahead and bring up our guest. The Wellness Work broadcast is a space where we are having the conversations about wellness. We are helping you get connected with resources that help you manage your wellness, and we are helping people to commit to their own personal wellness regimen. I'm gonna say it again, right? We are initiating and leading conversations. We are bridging you to connect to resources, and then we are helping and supporting you and celebrating you as you commit to having your own personal wellness regimen. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, that's the game changer right there. When you got your own situation locked down, it's nothing that you cannot do. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And if you just be honest with him about what's going on with you, you and the Lord can partner, and y'all can make that thing work. You understand what I'm saying? Baby, period. Kayla said it. It's about to go down. Hey, Sister Cassie. So what we are doing inside of the Wellness Work broadcast is bringing therapists, counselors, builders, and brands to this stage that have a wellness-based initiative that is making an impact in the community. So without further ado, I am excited. Hey, Sister Paula, what's good, y'all? Tag somebody as you are coming in. Without further ado, I want to bring the Chief Disruption Officer himself to the platform, a partner of Future Generations Consulting, founder of Mason on Fire, and truly a man who is passionate about community and wellness with a real serious emphasis to take care of the men, especially our brothers of color. Passionate about education. Oh my gosh, decades of education experience with a heart to really pipeline our students in the community into a college educated experience. There's so many more things I could say about him, but if y'all would give a round of applause for Dr. John Mason. Greetings and salutations. We are on the stage. What's good, Doc? What's
It's
good?
all wonderful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your yes. You always give a yes, like, but I still have to give honor, And he was talking all strong and everything before the live, and I was like, "We gonna pray. Calm down. We gonna pray. Look, because he always is ready. He's always ready for the things. You see the love? Can you see the love in the comments? Let me pin some love. They're clapping for you, Doc. They clapping for you. They clapping for you. I want you to see the applause just in case, because it takes time for us to figure out how to see the comments, right? Hey, Paula. Hey, Shamika. Hey, y'all. Hey, Dr. Mason is in the building today, right? So I'm going to tell y'all. Well, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Doc, introduce yourself. Tell them what you got going on and what you're doing right now.
Hey, I'm John. I'm just a little old person who Cuzzo decided that she wanted to go in and have me on this show. I don't know what I can share with you, but what I have is yours.
Y'all, please get him. Please get him. I don't know what I have. And you know what? I'll say it this way. When you are full of so much, you don't know what it is you get ready to share with somebody. You just come ready for the show up, period.
Well,
So
the good part about conversations, and you know this as well as I do, we live in multiple spaces. It would be one thing if we were just this, but there's a little theory that I deal with all the time called intersectionality. And intersectionality are those places that you come up against other things. So my blackness comes against my maleness, which comes against my Christianity, which comes against me being a father, which comes against me being a homeowner, which comes against me being in transit between two places. All of those are me. And when somebody says, "Who are you?" That's why I'm just like, huh, who am I today?
yeah.
Who am I today? And for this broadcast, I'm gonna tell you who I am.
Okay. I'm a pin him, y'all. I'm gonna give him the full stage. Watch this.
Today, I am a person who is going to draw back the curtain on the Wizards of Oz. Because as men go, they are the most elusive beings on the planet. Because we don't want to talk about anything that may harm us. We don't want to give insight to anything that may be weaponized later against us. And we really don't like the folks who hold up the mirror and say, "You're broken. You're flawed. You need help." We don't like them folk at all. We stay strapped. We have weapons of words that we will go ahead and blast folks in a heartbeat. And it's not because we don't love you, because we do love you, but it's because you're getting too close to my inner hurt. And if you get too close, I got to go. I got to cut you. I got to cut you. So today, I am just a tour guide on a journey through some things that you may or may not have ever seen before. And brothers, don't take it personally. They need to know.
I just felt that in my heart, right? Don't take it personally. They need to know, right? So before we get all the way into it, sisters, tag a man that you love in here.
And tell them
If
to come
there
on.
is a human being that is male and you love him and you care about him, get him on this live right now. Put it in his text message so when he take his lunch break later, he can watch this. Give him a little coach and say, "Hey, I'm watching this really good thing. I love and care about you. And they told us to tag somebody we cared about. I had to put you in here." Okay, do that. Do that. Drop a one in the comments if you are sharing this with a man that you love. Let me tell my daddy and my brother. Hold on, wait. Look, I have to take my people, right? Because we are compliant. We are compliant, and we want to get this conversation out to as many of the squad, you know, as we can. And I love Dr. Mason that you said, aka John. I'm gonna call you Doc regardless. But thank y'all. I see you, A. Marie. I see you, Kayla. I see you, Marlo. Thank y'all for dropping those ones in the comment. That last thing you said really kind of pricked the heart, like, because they care. Like, understanding that somebody genuinely cares for you, even though they may not know the best way to express it to you, you know, it is a genuine caring. Everybody's got like a type of ignorance, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And so we might not show up, we might not show you the best way that we know how. And there's a thing that happens in relationships where you have to learn the people who you're in a relationship with. You know, so I kind of just want to sit right there. Like, I understand that there's some complexities that parallel with loving and caring for a man. And y'all know this is the Wellness Work broadcast. And so when we talk about men and doing the wellness work, that's a complicated type of situation if you're completely unfamiliar with it. So Doc, let's talk about some of the challenges that men have around doing what we call the wellness work.
The first challenge is we have been acculturated to not hurt.
Ooh.
Hurting is weakness in our society. You don't cry, you don't fold, you don't break. That's such utter nonsense. Because when you start there, what you end up with are fractured souls. There is no prosthesis for a fractured soul. I can't go to the store for an amputated dream. There's nothing I can do with that. And the beauty of this is we keep blaming men for doing this to other men, but the reality is this is done by men and women. Mothers who beat the compliance out of their sons. So sorry, y'all.
We forgive you. It's okay.
But mothers who beat the compliance into their children, specifically their sons, they then equate pain with normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She loves me. That's why she has beat me to within an inch of my life.
Yes.
So when we grow up, how do we show love? Beat those people that we love.
Ooh. Domestically violent, like? Wow.
And often, here's the duality that I love talking about. Good men taught us never to put our hands on a woman. Visual acuity said, if it won't mind you, you got to beat her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So when we sit in this wellness work, let's be honest. Let's be totally honest. All have sinned.
Come on.
Which means that all are broken.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Let's start there. A man, a woman, a child, a dog who says, I'm good. You're a liar. You're not good. You're not good. We are all working on something. The question becomes, what is the thing we're working on today? Not, I'm good.
That's it.
Now, in relationships, because this is where you started, this is where it becomes exceptionally difficult because women have been trained to be ridiculously strong and resilient.
Ridiculously. Repeat it.
ridiculously. They have on armor that isn't even out for our military.
That's the 2037 model she got.
It is. Arrow comes in. What was that? Snap.
Yeah.
And as children, we're in awe because we're like, oh, mama don't bleed. Ooh. In relationships, we're fearful that we're not as strong as you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We're fearful because you know how to navigate. You know how to pivot because you've had to.
Wait. No. What's up, Darius J? Bro, in the building. It's giving Grace and Grit today. No. Doc, you just said that something that men are challenged with is being fearful that they're not as strong as us.
Yeah.
Gosh. I would have never thought that, because that makes me like want to cry a little bit. Because in our mind, my default is to men are strong. I don't care who you are. Inherently in my mind, men are strong. So for a man to say that something that is somewhat normalized or considered by other men is that they could be weaker than us, like the consideration of that sounds bananas to me. Like, for real.
I'm going to use you as the beautiful prototype. You're the prototype today. I want to talk to Cuzzo. I'm sorry, that's what I call her. Shared last name.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to Cuzzo. She is a multi-brand owner. She is an influencer on many areas. She's not only the face and voice of the brand, but in her spare time, she's not only trained as an elder, but does the work of a pastor. When I begin to peel this onion, I don't match her. So I put the onion down. I can't do that. Now, my fear, I'm not enough. My fear, I don't want to be on her couch. My fear, when she goes into her work, she's going to use me as a crash test dummy.
Ooh.
I'm good. I'm good. Walls up. That's
good.
Walls up.
Can we? Okay, I got a question around that. Hey y'all, hey T, the crew coming in. Darius J. What's good, y'all? Okay. So I don't want to be a crash test dummy, right? Right. And the way that comes together in my mind is crash test dummy as a result of the fact that we have normalized having difficult conversations that are relatable to doing your wellness work. We talk about therapy, getting counseling, and all these different things. So if I'm having a vulnerable, honest conversation with you and I'm looking for you to reciprocate in dialogue or whatever, then that feels like I'm putting you on your couch because that's not the normal conversation you're in. Therefore, it's a challenge. Is that what we're saying?
I'm going to go a little bit deeper than that. Let's be real. Women are light years ahead of men as it relates to emotional vulnerability.
Absolutely.
Now, your normal is, of course, I'm going to go to a couch. Of course, I'm going to get a therapist. Of course, I'm going to have a breakthrough. Of course, I'm going to journal. Why wouldn't I? Of course, I'm going to go ahead and take the 21-day journey for the 45th time. Of course, I'm going to be in the graduating class. Of course, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and pray. Of course, I'm going to give this to God because I want a better version of myself. I want to be better than I was yesterday. I want. Shut up.
It's the way he's saying it, though.
Shut
Y'all.
up.
Why he saying it like that?
Shut up. I'm stuck with I'm broken. Forget the 21 days.
Bro.
I'm stuck with I'm fractured. All I want to do is cry. All I want to do is curl up into a little ball, but I can't. And y'all looking to me to have it all together. And the one moment that I showed the least bit of vulnerability, what's wrong with you? Then you get my avatar. You don't even get the real me. You get my avatar. Hey, I know things are tough for you. They're tough for me too. But we're going to get through this. I love you so much because you're always there for me. Who's there for me?
That's good, Doc. That's good. What's up, Albert? Bro in the building. What's up now? It's the brothers in the building. We see y'all. We it's for you today. Who is there for me? Okay, wait. Okay, so processing, deep breaths. Y'all in there? If y'all okay, y'all say okay. Okay. Because y'all know I wanna
it's gonna get some deep sledding, y'all.
I like for us to understand, right? So who is there for me? Right. So the question is, who is there for me? But when you ask that question, and we're talking about from the perspective of a man, when you say who is there for me, and we begin to show up, you know, I guess it's our version of what being there for you looks like, and there's resistance to it. Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit, because there are some places where there is a lack of care and there is a lack of showing up. And then you have the situations where you got the people who showing up, but maybe the men don't know how to receive it yet, right? So let's get into that. Let's get into that.
You'll love this. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor bare. But all the time I've been a climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners. And sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps because you finds it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now. For I sees I still going, honey. I still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Langston Hughes, Mother to Son. And the beautiful entry into the next question. Are you ready to do the hard lifting? If there's nobody else to help you, if there's nobody else to go with you, are you ready to do the hard lifting? Now, this is where this conversation can go one of two ways, Cuzzo, and I need you to guide me. Where you want it to go?
That's a good place to insert a question. Hey, Deb, because there's hard lifting that has to happen on both sides. The ladies have to have a hard lift, and then the men folks have to have a hard lift too. And that's how I'm seeing it. Because it does take work to choose the level of vulnerability and honesty that we're talking about. But then, in addition to that, sisters, when our men are boys, when the male human is expressing the things that are challenging to them, are we prepared to restore them and care for them and allow them to be in those low moments, right? So I hard chose hard. I want this conversation to be empowering for our men folks. So let's give it to the men.
Beautiful.
Because I want the guys to come back and watch it and hear you speak, you know, and really challenge them. And then the ladies can come in and be prepared to undergird and support. What about that?
So I'm gonna give a challenge to the women first.
Okay. We ready? I got my journal. It's my Grace for This journal, but it also has room for the grit. Okay.
Are you in love with your dude, or are you in love with a project dude?
Ooh. Oh Lord. That's good.
Is he a project to you because you really don't love him in the state he's in? You love him in the state that's on the front of the box. You know, when you're putting something together, on the front of the box is how it should look.
That's good. The project dude or the projected dude?
Either one. Either one. Because what you're finding is the project dude is currently under construction, and the projected dude is who you think they will be when they're finished.
So that projected dude is based on your projections.
That is correct.
That's who we want them to be.
That's what you see in them.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make them. You didn't make them. God is the architect and has the blueprint. And if there is a fracture or something broken, the manufacturer is the only person who can restore them.
That's good.
You can't. You may assist, but you cannot rewrite the blueprint because you don't know the blueprint.
That's good.
Before you were in your mother's womb, I knew you. There's an intimate knowledge between the father and his children. Having said that, ladies, take a step backwards and ask yourself a simple question. Am I helping or dictating?
Ooh. It's good, dog.
Am I desiring or demanding? Am I helping or hindering? My favorite story is I wanted to leave wealth to my daughter. So one year for her birthday, I gave her a sack of charcoal. And she said, "Is this a joke?" I said, No, baby girl, this is not a joke. I have now given you more wealth than anybody has ever seen on this planet. So what am I supposed to do with it? You're supposed to put it under heat and pressure. And under heat and pressure, you know what you're going to have? Diamonds. Larger than you can ever imagine. The men that are on this call are in the crucible of formation. What we are in is a place where our very molecular structure is under intense pressure and ridiculous heat.
Yeah.
Being formed into the hardest substance that has ever been on the earth. When finished, God will weaponize these diamonds against a culture and a society that really doesn't like us. God will allow us to protect our families, both natural and extended. God will put us in places where our voices will carry into the marketplace, into the communities, into the churches. We will become who you always wished us to be. But there's a process, as Grace for This has been teaching for the longest. And if you don't understand the process, you're never going to support it. You can't get behind it because it doesn't make sense to you.
Good.
Doesn't make sense to you. So when we look at this and you ask a brother, where are you in your process? They're going to tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. It was a revelation that Kenitra Moselle got, that she quantified Grace for This. It was a revelation. And when that revelation hit, everybody said, oh, exactly. Mark my words. Brothers, it's time to shift. It's time to shift. We need a safe space where we can come and just scream. Ah! I am tired of adulting. I'm tired of being the leader of the family. I'm tired of being unbroken. I'm tired of everybody pulling on me, dragging on me, pulling on me, dragging on me. I'm tired. I'm tired of having to find resources that I can pour into myself because nobody wants to pour into me. They want to take from me. Even those people who say that they love me, that share my name, even though I've had the most horrific day of my life, and I come home and all I want them to do is open their arms and embrace me. You know that there's no more milk and we need to get groceries, and you know that this bill is behind, and you know
That part.
that part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
You not hearing my cry. Why aren't you hearing me?
I wanna jump in and ask a question right there. Honest conversation. Understand the process so you can support it. Right? Understand the process so we can support it. My brothers in here, brothers, if this is resonating with you, drop one in the comments. To my sisters, especially those of you all who are married or who have been married, or you have a partner in a relationship and y'all share space. Like, can you recall the last time your partner came in from working and you had a place ready for them to come down and sit and be quiet and protected that quiet for them? Thank you, Albert. Can y'all recall? And y'all talk back to us.
You know that's so funny because I've been married multiple times and I ain't never had that. Ever.
And
Never.
mm-hmm. the same the same things that we want, y'all want.
Do you know where my safe space was?
The bathroom.
No.
The
in
car.
my car.
Car. Mm-hmm.
I'd pull into the driveway and I wouldn't go inside.
Mm-hmm.
I would sit there and I would listen to music and I would flip through social media.
Yeah.
Because I knew that as soon as that door opened, my tranquility was gone. It was go time. What you just asked, and I hope that the comments bear me out, that's not real. That's not a real thing. Let me have a bath drawn for you.
Oh, do it.
Let me make sure that the kids are someplace else. So what I need you to do is I need you to go up to the bedroom. I need for you to slip out of your work clothes. I need you to get in the bath. I'll let you know when dinner's ready.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It sounds great. And I really hope that folks are listening. Something as simple as, here's a cold beverage. Here's a hot beverage on a cold night.
Yeah.
Something as simple as, kids, we're going to have quiet time.
Yeah.
Because daddy's home.
Mm-hmm.
And the quiet time is going to start as soon as he walks through the door. Nobody's talking.
That's powerful. I don't think people realize how powerful quiet spaces or safe spaces are in your home.
Yes.
Like I know the sisters will get home. I sit in my car. Ain't nobody even really in my house like that when I get back. My car is just my favorite place to be in. But I can still imagine you coming home from a full day where your mind has been engaged. People have put a demand on you. People have tugged on you. You have worked. You have responded. You have managed other people's emotions, other people's attitudes. You have managed meeting or not meeting the expectations of somebody who holds your livelihood in their hand because they sign your check. And you come home and you don't have time to even recover from that.
Nope, you don't.
So when you understand the process, you can support it differently.
You can. The other part of that, and I need everyone to become better at this, turn your discernment up. All right, Miss Steele, don't you get into the Proverbs 31 man, because we weren't going there today. We weren't going there today.
Where he at?
We weren't going there today.
We have to bring Doc back. We have to bring him
Oh, Jesus. Because everybody wants a Proverbs 31 woman, but nobody wants a Proverbs 31 man because you don't even know he is there.
Ooh.
My husband is in the gates of the city. What are you doing in the gates? What does that actually mean? Why are you bringing sashes to be sold there? Why have I given you the liberty to go ahead and have the household and run the commerce, to go ahead and buy and sell on your own with my money? Why am I doing that? Because a Proverbs 31 man is not scared of you.
Ooh, he not scared.
Proverbs 31 man is in place. Proverbs 31 man is guided by purpose. A Proverbs 31 man is equipped with the strength that God gave him. And in that place, why would my helpmeet be a threat to me?
That's good.
Why? Because when you don't have a Proverbs 31 man, you have a woman who very well may have weaponized things to your detriment. Now, check this out, y'all. You'll love this. You'll love this. As we are talking about this wellness journey, and we start talking about releasing what holds you, I would be remiss if I did not talk about forgiveness.
Good.
Here we go.
Number one.
If you forgave me, why did you remind me? If you forgave me, why are you keeping count? If you forgave me, why is it a weapon that you have now used to beat the dog out of me?
Can I wait a minute? Don't lose your spot. Don't lose your spot. Now, sisters, My family, my squad, GFT, all my people out there. Talking to my ladies right here, like for real, for real. Practicing forgiveness is gonna make your wellness work level up. You're gonna have to work harder to forgive, like the Bible says to forgive. You're gonna have to do wellness work for that love to be unconditional and not keeping record of wrongdoing. Why? Because it does not negate the fact, I hear y'all, I can already hear y'all. It does not negate the fact that he did something that hurt you. We are not skipping over the fact that you have been hurt. But do you want to keep creating this perpetual ping pong of, I'm going to hurt you this way, and then you hurt me that way? Well, I'm going to reintroduce to her, and now I'm hurt again, and everybody just hurt back and forth. Are we trying to be free, or are we not? In order for you to practice forgiveness the way the Lord is telling you to do it, you too are going to have to do your wellness work to forgive him and to not keep weaponizing his faults against him. Nobody's weaponizing your faults against you. They should not be, period. Unhealthy relationship if they don't know how to do that. However, it does not negate the fact that we got to do our wellness work for our forgiveness to look like what it's supposed to be and bring restoration and reconciliation to a household. Okay, I'm done.
And in that beautiful charge to the ladies, and I'm going to tell the men, stop being silent sufferers.
Mm-hmm.
That day is over. If it hurts you, excuse me, ma'am, have a seat. Have a seat. I am wounded. You need to man up. You need to, you punk. You're always talking about you hurt, you're wounded, you hurt. Ma'am, what you are modeling now is Lucifer.
Ooh.
I need Jesus. I need Jesus. God said that he puts my sin into the sea of forgetfulness and he remembers them no more. God said, as far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your sins from you. What you fishing for if God put a sign that said no fishing? I need Jesus, not an accuser of the brethren. I need Jesus. And this is hard because I know I've hurt you. I know I've hurt you. I know my actions are not pleasing to you. But little thing, I need you and I to tie. I need unity. I don't need the damage that's going to come when you lock me in the prison of your heart because I've hurt you. That way you can go and torture me as you see fit. And I'm going to do my best not to do that to you either.
That requires communication. That requires communication. I love a good ma'am. Hit me with a ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, I love a good ma'am. Ma'am, me please. Okay. I'm telling y'all my secrets. All right. That is an entry point. I love that because it is an entry point. And a lot of times what we want is the conversation, but we don't find that the men folk will just go ahead and buck up and lead the conversation. Usually it's us and it turns into nagging because we're the only ones talking, right?
You know why you're the only person talking? Because we don't hear you.
Oh, no.
You know what we hear? Wow. I need my prop.
Wow.
And then we put it to a beat. That's why we start moving. Y'all are fussing. Because we made a whole DJ mixtape off of it.
You know what? That I love that, right? I'm gonna tell y'all. So I have written down 3 things, right? There was 3 things I wanted us to land on. I wanted us to touch on regulating, like emotionally regulating. You got things going on. How do you manage that? Right. And so I feel like that's exactly where we are with regulating that. You got to regulate yourself enough to regulate in your relationship. Everybody got permission to regulate. Don't think it's one-sided, y'all.
Everybody doesn't have whoa. Everybody does not have permission to regulate.
Everybody do got permission to regulate?
They do not, because you haven't given it to them.
Oh. Well,
I'm so sorry.
That's true.
Oh no. Permission has to be given. Oh no. We talking about communication. In the military, permission to speak freely, sir, ma'am.
That's good. Take note of that. Because some of us need to say that in our conversations. Permission to speak freely. Somebody need to implement that.
And if permission ain't given, you ain't speaking.
Ooh, that's so good.
So when you start talking about you got permission to regulate, oh no, there are households that are represented in this call right here where permission has never been granted.
Oh, okay. So what does it look like?
What does it look like? Regulate.
You got to make it plain for us. Then you got to make it plain for us.
And that's okay, because we find somebody else to share our trauma with. Because you never gave us permission.
Oh,
you're angry because somebody else knows more about me than you do. Now you're angry. I got your 21-day grace journal. I'm beginning to use it with its pink frilly color. Come on, Darius. Come on. You right. You got to be in your right mind in order to grant permission. And if you're not in your right mind, you ain't going to grant permission because you're scared of what may come out of their mouth. I'm going to tell you, and this is the hard part about regulating. The hard part about regulating. You got to know what you're good at and what you're not.
That's it.
You got to know what you're good at and what you're not. If you're not good at finances, someone else is going to have to regulate that area. If you're not good with kids, and the kids are always coming up with a black eye and a big old bolo knot on their head, because the only thing you know how to do is to whoop them, I need you to go sit down before we ain't got no kids.
Yeah, because the people will come.
Quickly. If you're not good at expressing your feelings, here's what we gonna do. I'm gonna sit right next to you and I'm gonna text you.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And I want you to text me back as if I'm not here.
Oh, I like that one. That's a beautiful way to start.
It
is. You gotta start somewhere.
You've got to start somewhere.
And
I will agree with Darius. Get your mental in check so that you grant permission for your partner to regulate. Protect them, ladies.
From you. Sorry.
Protect them. And here's for my single ladies in the audience. You say you want your Boaz. But how does that little sermon say?
Broke.
But you were happy with your drunk, your high,
broke,
your broke.
Now you want both. Make a decision.
Put your hands on.
Yeah.
cuss you out at. Listen, if you want a Proverbs 31 woman, look for a Proverbs 31 man.
Amen. That's good.
If you want somebody who is hardworking, that is going to love you, then what I need you to do is you need to show and demonstrate the love that you want in return. If you can't do that on a regular basis, because on the first date, you talking about, well, he asked me out to eat, so I ordered everything on the menu. I wasn't going to eat it all. I was going to take it home because I got kids. You might as well just lose his number. And no, there was nothing wrong with him paying for his half of the bill and going to his car. Ma'am, you're crazy. And I don't mean that in the mental health way. You are acting unseemly.
Period. And I don't disagree.
Flip the tables. Yeah, you looking good tonight. I can't wait. Not that kind of party.
Period.
It's not what I'm looking for.
Period.
I appreciate you coming out. Thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna leave. Wait a minute. There's no waiting. You ain't ready. Put yourself back in the oven. It ain't done. And when God puts the fire on you, call me again.
Yeah.
Because I really like you. You're cute.
You cute,
but
though.
You ain't done.
You ain't ready, though.
You ain't done. You ain't done. Go back in the oven.
My God. All right, everybody. Take a deep breath.
Lord, she laughed herself into black. Well, while she's doing that, when you set up systems, and this is something that really does need to be talked about, it's okay for you to have affirmations around your house. Affirmations on the refrigerator, affirmations inside of the bathroom, affirmations in your bedroom, reminding you of the man that you want to be and what you're going to do to become that man. Today, I'm going to do 5 acts of random kindness for folks. Today, I'm going to go out of my way and I'm going to pay for the coffee, the whatever of the person behind me. Today, I'm going to tell one of my coworkers, don't worry about your lunch. I got you.
I'm treating you.
Today, I'm going to send flowers to my beloved because she had a hard day. And I need her to know that I heard her. And it means the world that she is actually striving to be better for other people. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to remember that I am above and not beneath. I'm going to remember that I'm an ambassador for Christ, and everything that I do has to reflect his glory and his goodness. I'm going to remember that I am dealing with his children who are as flawed and often as broken as I am, no matter whether they have Armani suits on or whether they are on Skid Row. It doesn't matter. His children. And I don't think the daddy's going to be happy if I beat one and praise the other because of what they've got on. I've got to get myself together so that these systems that are set up become muscle memory.
Yes.
The thing that I love about Grace for this is it's muscle memory. It's G Day. It's R Day. It's A Day. It's C Day. And they go, I mean, gentlemen, we need to begin to do the same thing. We need to do the same thing so that when the days go, we know where we are. We know what we're talking about. We know what we're dealing with
Mhm.
because it has become embedded in everything that we do. And to start that work, I'll be very honest with you, because the problem that we have is that men don't trust people. So it's very difficult for us to have these conversations with folks. And I am thankful to you today for allowing this conversation to go forward, because I promise you, you're going to have some folks who will be like, he didn't have to be raw like that. Yeah, I did.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Because we've been lying to each other for so
Ooh,
long.
that part.
So long we've been lying. I'm tired of, "Ugh, show me some love. Show me some love. You all right? Hey, man, I'm good. I'm good. Show me some love."
Nah, it's you. It's you. Nah, man, it's you. It's
And the
you.
bad part about it is, as soon as I put my arms around you, my heart breaks because I feel your depression. I
Mhm.
feel your anxiety. I feel your PTSD.
Ooh.
I feel that you're not good in your marriage. I feel that you're disconnected from your kids. I feel that there's tension on your job. I feel that you're trying to figure out if God is real. I feel that you're living beneath your purpose. That's what I get out of the hug, because I turn the discernment up. And as Pastor Jay, who's been on many broadcasts here, has said, it is time for the mind of the tribe of Issachar to come forward. We need to begin to understand the seasons and what they mean. That's the place where a man needs to live. But we're only going to get there when we are not treated as outsiders or loose cannons or a liability.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I feel like we just got like scrubbed with
Lufa.
sandpaper. You know, like that is a very it's giving Esther, you know, that season of preparation before she was presented
Absolutely.
to the king. Like I feel like that's what it was for the, and y'all let me know if y'all agree, right? We rapping y'all. If you agree, Brillo, Ari, you so funny.
That's
but
true.
but it is the preparation before the presentation, and we're getting ready to be presented to some people. Some of us are being represented, right? Some of us are preparing to be a better representative, right?
Right,
All
right,
of that, all of that, thank
right.
you, Sister Marlo, all of that is coming together, and we are many of us are builders. We do the grief work, we do the healing work, and we do the building work. And some of us are getting ready to go forth, and you got to be this refined, prepared version of yourself to receive the people who need to go through the process that you just went through, and they need somebody who can support them, somebody who has understood the process and can support it. So we talked about it in the bounds of relationship, but it's every relationship, all of them, because you are human and you relate to people. So how are we relating to the person sitting next to us, the co-worker, the person sitting on your pew at church? Are you relating with the person who greeting you, who actually greets the greeter? If they're always the one greeting, is somebody checking on that person, right? So today's conversation was grace and grit. Come on,
That's
grit.
it.
It was
That's
giving gritty, period, right? So Dr. Mason, this is the Wellness Work broadcast. And you are absolutely great. Y'all, did he not come up in here and just regulate? Period.
Now, I need to slide one thing in before time.
Go ahead.
This is not a spectator sport. I need you to literally take this home and warm it up with your family.
Yes, 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 yes.
Take this home and say, you know, Dr. Mason has some things to say, and I don't necessarily know that I'm agreeing with it or not, but he said to take it home. So I'm going to take it home. He said, do you agree with that? That's what I need you to do. This is not a spectator sport. Come on, get involved, jump in, get your hands dirty. Because here's the other thing. A lot of folks, especially women folk, don't want to handle their men because they dirty. They dirty. And that's God's job. God handle that. Ew. God handle that. Get your hands dirty. Get your hands dirty. We're worth it. We are worth it. Get your hands dirty.
And smiles. The end. Ladies, let's get these hands dirty.
Woo!
Dirt, y'all. This has been episode number 2, y'all.
Woo, Jesus.
The wellness work broadcast. Look, Dr. Mason did this thing today. Y'all will see this image, right? When you want to go back and find this, look for this picture right here with that little 2 in the top right corner. Honey, it was episode number 2. You need to get that number 2 with Dr. Mason. That 2 was hitting. Okay, y'all need to get that 2 on the 1, 2. y'all need to get it. Dr. Mason, how can they connect with you? How can they find you? Because you absolutely have a voice. You challenge the women, but you are a leader and a commander for the men. So I love that. What's to come? What can we anticipate from you?
You can anticipate a couple of things. Got several books that are underway. The most important thing that's coming up, let me make sure that I'm giving the right date, which is April 6th, I believe. Yeah, April 7th, excuse me. We are launching a 21-day men's series. We are taking over. I have told my cousin that I am so tired of all of this pink and flowers and all that. Unbeknownst to her, I got some surprises for the men. And the information is going to be launched exceptionally soon. But what you are going to find out is that there is going to be a men's 21-day challenge. And in that 21-day challenge, we are going to go through many of the things that we've talked about. How do you? When do you? Why do you? Can you be you? Who are you? The questions that I came up with last night is, who am I? Where am I going? Why am I going there? What drives me? What roadmap am I following? Because men don't necessarily like GPS, because GPS say, I know a shortcut. I'm lost. Yeah, we know you lost when you turned off the GPS. Brothers, it's okay. We're going to be back on the road shortly. Yeah. We're going to be back on the road shortly. So mark on your calendars April 7th, because that's where we're going to launch it. When I tell you, but those who join us for that journey, you ain't going to be the same. Yeah. You ain't going to be the same. And after today, I am filled with expectation. I'm filled with expectation because I'm not alone in saying, once we have that safe space, once we can be us, once we can be our true, genuine self, y'all gonna love us even more. Even more. Because now we're going to be able to have some tools so that we can share why I have been struggling. We're going to have some tools to have dialogue. And once we have dialogue, and often it's just putting stuff in the same space that y'all are already in. Mm-hmm. I can speak grace for this. And because I can speak grace for this, I can translate for the brothers who say, look, I ain't all about that. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. Bring your work boots, put them outside the door, because you ain't trampling and all that stuff in my house. Put them outside the door. But man, I've been working. I don't worry about what your feet smell like. Just come on in. Just come on in. Sit down. Let's talk. You are good exactly as you are. Come on. April 7th.
Save the date. Y'all follow Dr. Mason, Dr. John Mason on his things. Mason on Fire is coming, but definitely you can look up John Mason. Y'all hashtag even more in the comments, especially if you're catching this in the replay. Y'all drop even more in the comments. I feel like that is a unifying type of thing. Even more, because it doesn't mean that it's not there, but there's room for it to be enhanced, right?
Absolutely.
I love it so much. Thank you, Dr. Mason, aka Dr. Cuz, for coming into the space, the Wellness Work broadcast. Y'all, that concludes it. If you are interested in jumping in this 21-day challenge as it stands, look, the pretty frilly version of it. Look. The pretty version of it. You can drop, you can text GTG, right? Let me pin that. You can text GTG. We are in week 2 of our Growing Through Grief challenge, and I'm telling you, it will absolutely change your life. So we are in it. We are on and popping in the community. Oh, can y'all see? I'm sorry. We would love for you to join us. It is a big, beautiful, wonderful, happy place, and it's been beautifully crafted and created for you. To tell you the truth, it's been made for you. So you are invited to that. And then the last thing that I'll say as we wrap up, if you enjoyed this conversation, one, if you're not following this channel already, get your life together. Get your life together. Oh, you got a candle?
Of course.
Is that the fragrance that was provided to you by the founder of
Grace?
Oh, hallelujah. Look at the compliance. Wellness Work regimen. He in there. I have something else for Dr. Mason. I guess I'm gonna have to take it to him my own self, right? But that's it, y'all. That's what you're doing. Text Journey.
I'm coming your way.
Holla at your girl. Text me.
I'm coming your way.
That's it, y'all. We are done. We love y'all super big. Text Journey if you want to know when we are going live. If you want to get kind of tips of what's going on in the community. If you feel like this is dope, I need to connect with these folks. Text the number. We will get you looped in. And look, save the day, April 7th. Look, it's giving a 21-day challenge for the men. Ladies, go ahead and start buttering him up. Get him ready now, because it's going down in April, right? And we're understanding the process, so we can support it. That's what we are doing. So as I always say, life can be hard and your journey can hurt, but commit to heal so your story can help. We love you big. It's giving grace and it's giving grit. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Hello, my name is Kenitra Moselle, and I am founder of a beautiful community called Grace for This. We are about women taking ownership of their wellness journey in 3 ways: personally, relationally, and professionally. I'm inviting you to be honest about your grieving experience, your healing experience, and then lastly, your building experience. You're going through this because you're graced for this.